Hey everyone, welcome to my new gaff and also welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Guys, it's been a long time. It's been a very long time. It's been a very long year. If you've been following my community posts and if you're a member, you know all about it. You know all the deets. The last time I recorded a video was in April, I think. My kitchen videos. I've been told by some of you guys that they were a whole different mood. I don't know what vibe we're gonna have here, but I'm very happy. I'm very relieved. And once again, thank you, all of you guys, for all the support and all the patience that you've had throughout this year with me and with my extremely pre-recorded content. But I'm not gonna run for too long because I just recorded this video. I already recorded it, but it was a different file because I've never used OBS before. But yeah, at least I'm not nervous anymore. The first time around, I was very nervous. I was very anxious before recording because it's been so long since I recorded. I think I was okay with my community posts and keeping you guys up to date. But if you don't know, I have become a Julie Joe's video editor. So she's always linked in my description box if you want to check out my advanced editing skills. I'm still learning, but I'm very happy. And JJ, if you're watching, thank you so much again for the opportunity. On that note, big shout out to all my channel members, everyone else as well, for all of your patience, but especially my channel members because your financial support really helps me out. And don't forget that the free way to support my channel is just by liking, subscribing, and if you can watch it as long as you can, that also helps with the algorithm. Instead of putting the disclaimer in this part of the video, I have changed some things. I have also changed my disclaimer. If you, I don't know, people probably don't really read that. It's a bit shorter, and it's shorter because I have decided to throw away my ethicalness. Whatever DC gives me shout outs, she always says that I'm an ethical creator because I blur everyone's faces and like I take an extra step to protect people's privacy or whatever. I have decided that I'm not going to blur people's faces anymore if they are a public person. So if they're considered to be a public person, there's no need to blur their faces really. Also, I'm just going to blur those people's faces who I think are brainwashed, who are not earning any money, so who are not at the top of these MLM companies that I talk about. But some people really don't deserve that, okay? Let's just be honest. And like I said, it's not illegal, so I'm just gonna show their faces from now on. So there's me taking my ethical side and throwing it into the trash. This is a way too long of an intro, so let's just get into this. The very first rep that I've already reacted to is from Singular, or as she says, Zingular, I guess. So shocker, I have been mispronouncing Zingular this whole time.
What is the next vibe? You're like, what is this? I am in Texas, back in Texas, after a little getaway to Utah, and it was like a wintry, beautiful, snow-filled land, and he got back to Texas, and it's a little windy, and a little cold, a little rainy, but no snow. And so anyways, I thought I would just jump on here really quick, because I have been working on the next 5. What is the next 5? You're like, what is this? Okay, so I wanted to first and foremost say thank you for tuning in and catching me on this live. If you're catching me live, let me know live. If you're catching me on the replay, say I miss you, because that means you're catching this recorded. But when you catch it live, you kind of catch me in the act, and you're like, what are you doing? And I'm on Facebook and Instagram right now. So that's why I'm looking both places. But I had to jump.
Okay, the very first time I was watching this, I made a comment about how I thought I was the nervous one before recording. But then I remember this lady's on a live, which I totally understand. She's very nervous and it's very obvious, like she's just talking nonsense. And that's exactly what's gonna happen when I go live the very first time. Which, guys, I've been talking about this sometimes. I think in DC's chat, I'm still very anxious and I'm still not mentally ready for it. But yeah, watch this space. It's gonna happen soon. I can't promise, but I'm gonna try my best because I really want to do it, but it's just like, you know,
on here and invite you. And I see Clancy out there. Hey, Clancy. To jump on here because I wanted to let you all know that I am hosting a workshop tomorrow, and it is intended to be for anybody that's in my Singular business. And I gotta plug my phone in, it's about to die. Anyone that is in my Singular business on helping you find your next 5 customers. And what does that mean for you? Well, that means an extra $500 to $600 if you are qualifying for all the different bonuses that we have. And what does that mean? Well, let me tell you. I don't know about you, but my electric bill has gone up like almost, it's almost doubled, okay? Fuel, groceries, all the things have increased. And so an extra $500 to $600 in your pocket could pay for groceries, it could pay for gas, it could pay for Christmas presents, it could pay for you to go on a little trip to go see your family during the holidays. There's so many great things. And so on tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, we are hosting a workshop. And this is something that has helped us. It's basically an entry-level program for anybody that wants to monetize their story, their feed, and also leverage an awesome hero product that our company came out with, the Tummy Tamer. And if you've watched any of my stories, you've seen what this awesome
Tummy Tamer. Oh, let me guess. It's a laxative. It's probably a laxative. I guess this is something new. Also, this was recorded probably last year before Christmas, so I hate when they use the holidays and the Christmas gift as something to lure people into the MLM. Lure, in my opinion. Our bills are through the roof, and you know people are struggling, and you're knowingly using this to get people to join somewhere where most people don't earn any money. I think for Singular, I guess 68% of people earn zero, nothing. And when she finishes her pitch, we're going to take a look at the income disclosure statement, which is horrible. It's one of the worst income disclosure statements that I've ever seen, but let's just let her finish her pitch.
Tummy Tamer can do for people and their health, and just helping them feel better from the inside out and get their gut support in line, because the gut is really the brain to you feeling better. So learned so much of that even this week at the training I did yesterday with our product developer. And so we are going to be telling you the what and the how. Yes, the what and the how tomorrow night on our workshop. So if you want that link, I want you to say me in the comments below, because you're going to want to be a part of that. If you are not able to attend it tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and you still want to kind of find out what we're doing, then just message me or DM me. And sorry, I've got my messy buns all crazy. So that we can get you the information and help you get on your way, so that you will be all set up to go and have that extra cash in your pocket. So it's basically, it's basic, it's simple. It's going to give you some of the how, the what, and the how. And I see Clancy saying me, so yay! So this is just really exciting, because I love to help people with their faith, their finances, and I do that by leveraging a amazing health and wellness company and program that lets us come together and help people with their health and their wealth. So,
okay, this is what I said in the first part as well. She helps people with their faith. What the heck does that mean? As far as I know, she's not a priestess or anything like that, or a nun. So how does she help people with faith on social media? That's weird. Second of all, what the hell does health and wellness have to do with faith? Again, like, how is that connected? I don't see the connection. Maybe that's just me and my limiting beliefs.
I've been working on this. Like, this was a vision and an idea we had over 6 years ago, but I've been working on it, and I'm really excited to help you just with those basic 5 steps to kind of getting started and knowing what to do to help somebody else make that $500 to $600 too. Because how many of you could use that extra cash in your pocket, right? If you could use the extra cash, write the word cash. Okay, if you want a simple, easy way, like if you feel like you're choked by your bills right now, you can use some extra cash. Word cash. Okay, so I see Teresa on there, I see Susie saying me, I see Cindy saying me, so that's great. So we'll get you guys a link for you to register, and then you'll get an email invitation. So be watching your email, and I'm excited for where we're all headed as we go into the holiday season, and then we go into the biggest time of our season with our company, or with our products, when we're talking about health and weight loss and all the things in January. So let's all be ready together, okay? So you guys have a fantastic night. Thanks, Teresa, for the love, and we will see you all soon.
I still can't get over their name. That's so cringy. A tummy tamer. That has to be a laxative. Anyway, let's take a goosey gander at this income disclosure statement. The very bottom rank is just called a distributor, and this is where 24.63% of people sit. Lowest monthly income is $1. So if you're lucky enough to earn $1 off this amazing business opportunity, you're gonna get onto this distributor rank. Then average, which can be very misleading, but average monthly income is $74. She said you can earn $500 to $600. So if you would earn $500 to $600 with this business opportunity, you would have to be on a manager or silver manager rank, which, mind you, is 3.69% of distributors on a manager level, and silver manager level is 1.46% of distributors. That percentage is terrible. You have very, very little chances of even making $500 to $600 that she just mentioned. Of course, her income claim was illegal. Should not be doing that. But what can you do? Not the first one or the last one that makes crazy income claims. Again, I have made 1 or 2 videos in the past just on singular. I can't. I'm just gonna keep saying singular because it seems like with MLM names, you can just pronounce them whichever way you want. First of all, their products are extremely expensive, and then most of the products are just appetite suppressants or a laxative. You're supposed to take a laxative before bed or something, and then everything else, there's like 5 or 6 products on their most popular program, and 5 products are like appetite suppressants, and then the 6th one is literally a laxative. So it's also expensive, and you can see they have one of the worst income disclosure statements that I've seen, and all MLM income disclosure statements are bad, but this one is extremely bad. Oh, I forgot to give a shout out to Lynn. Our crew is back, and our little patch is back that she so generously made for me. I think it was in January with my old intro. Lynn, again, another shout out to you. I really appreciate it. I did not lose it, and all of the crew is here except for the gnome. Unfortunately, I don't know, we misplaced it somewhere. It's somewhere, but we didn't find it, so maybe he'll rejoin us one day. Let's move on to Boss Lee's video.
Shame on you for not helping people, because I was the girl who was literally stuck in a situation. I was the girl that was making everybody proud except for myself. I was the girl who had the good job, and everyone's talking about my 401k, and everybody's talking about my benefits, and I'm sitting behind a desk and I'm miserable and I'm broke and my money's getting smaller every single month, and nobody presented me the opportunity. And so shame on you for people who think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It was a really big deal that I happened to go on Google and Google at-home businesses, and shame on everybody who was in network marketing 11 and a half, 12 years ago who never presented me an opportunity. And I don't want that to be you. And I don't want you to pass that up. And I don't want you to think about those people and go, oh, it's not that big of a deal. They wouldn't even say yes to me. You have no idea. You have no idea who needs this. You have no idea who needs to make a little bit or a lot of it. But everybody needs something. If you're a good person, you recruit. And that might sound crazy to some of you, but there are people who need help. The economy is about to do some weird stuff. And you don't know people who need a couple $100s a month, or quite frankly, tens of thousands of dollars a month, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you have the opportunity and you're out there resting on your laurels and not talking about it, shame on you.
Well, okay, Jessie Lee, calm down, will ya? I just couldn't believe, like, obviously I just watched this like half an hour ago. I was shocked when she said, if you're a good person, you'll recruit. How can I not put that into a thumbnail or a title or something? It's gold. Anyways, in my opinion, this is just her manipulating. So if you are a good person, you're going to recruit people into this pyramid scheme. I mean, MLM. When you recruit people, you are not actually helping those people. You are helping yourself because you get incentives for recruitment. You get incentives of building a team, right? So you're not helping those people because most of the people in Pruvit, as in all other multi-level marketing companies, don't make any profit. So you're not helping those people. You are actually helping yourself. But the person that you're helping the most with recruiting as much as you can is Jessie Lee. This was a call with her team, with her downline. So her telling everyone, her, in my opinion, manipulating everyone. Like, if you're not recruiting, or if you're not recruiting enough into our team, you're not a good person. You have to do better. You have to recruit more. You have to be a better person. She is, in my opinion, saying all of that because she's the ultimate person who this benefits. So you're not actually helping those people, and you're not a good person if you're recruiting people into a pyramid scheme. Anyway, next one. Watch this one and try to guess whose downline she's in.
3 years ago, I lived in this little tiny she shed. It was a shack, 1-bedroom shack. I was a single mom, barely making ends meet. I would clean houses for a living. I hated my life. I was very overweight, very miserable with myself. I hated everyone around me because of it. And then I came into this opportunity that literally made me a 6-figure earner in 9 months. Now, I'm not making income claims because I know I'm not normal, and I work my off. I had no social media. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have friends. I didn't have a whole big network of people. Everything that I've accumulated in the past 3 years has been from me learning and then doing. And if you want to learn and then do, we have the biggest, most amazing sale. We've never seen this before. It's a BOGO sale. Okay, so you join me in business. You can do it with a friend. Buy one, get one free, baby. We have never done this before. So drop the word free in the comments if you want more information. You'll have to message me on Facebook or Instagram, or my number is linked in my bio. If you text me directly, I will text you right back. Let's go.
Okay, Kelsey, girl, take a breath. Calm down, breathe in and breathe out, okay? That's the first thing. Second, what is with this marketing? Why is she bending down that way? It feels like she's talking to a child. I don't know what the thought was behind this video. Maybe she was trying to show to people that she's no longer overweight. I don't know, but if DC is watching this video, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Imagine, like, she's trying to present this as a professional, such a great business opportunity. I get not everyone has tripod, but I've seen her other videos where she was standing up or sitting down, and just she wasn't bending awkwardly like that. But anyway, maybe that's just me nitpicking now. But once again, her just implying that I'm not a normal person, I work my ass off, and this is why my results are not typical, right? And I don't know if she's actually high up in Pruvit. She screams Jessie Lee to me, but she's also implying that normal people are too lazy and they never succeed in multi-level marketing, which again, saying that because most of the people in MLMs, including Pruvit, don't make any profit, she's trying to say, if you're a normal person, you have to work your butt off. But like, working your butt off in an MLM doesn't mean that you're going to get money. It doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. The business model is just set up in a way that the top few % of distributors earn all the money, and of course the CEO, the founders, whatever, most people at the bottom work hard, but they don't earn anything. Next one is our favorite iGenius rep. She is very problematic. Thank you, Rob, so much for keeping me up to date with Dakota, and her life has been a shamble, in my opinion, from what I've heard, from what's been alleged to me. This lady, she stopped hanging out with all her friends because her friends were not into multi-level marketing. They were not in iGenius, and recently I have been notified that she has broken up with her boyfriend after like 3 or 5 years because he was settling for a mediocre 9-to-5 job, and that's just not what she wants. I've always said this, I'm gonna say it again here. Just because you don't have the same ambitions, or just because you're not chasing the same lifestyle as your friends or your significant other, doesn't mean that you can't be in a relationship, or doesn't mean that you have to stop being friends with those people. People disagree on things. People have different aspirations. People have different ambitions. That doesn't mean that just because you're different in something that you can't hang out with those people anymore. And it's very sad. Like, she's very problematic because she makes these crazy income claims, and she's been blocked on TikTok, I think permanently now, banned. And she's surprised, like, why was I banned? It's like, it's literally in their terms and conditions that you're not allowed to advertise multi-level marketing product, which is what she's doing exactly. Outside of her MLM circle of people and Huns, she doesn't have anyone else outside of that echo chamber. So I think she is gonna just be doomed in iGenius for a very long time. But let's take a listen to this one, because this one was pretty weird as well.
Confused. And do you want to know why? I went to some of the universities on the island just talking to students and promoting the event, which if you want access, DM me, Victoria. But this is the part that confused me. I'd be talking to students and they tell me what they're in. Some of them liked it. But then you get the student that's like, I'm undecided, but I'm taking this. And I'm like, oh, well, do you like it? They're like, nah. And keep in mind, I'm talking to them while they're studying, okay? So I'm like, first off, you paid for something you don't even like. Second off, you're still studying it for it. Like, you don't want to be in it. That's not the profession you want to be in. But you're sitting here wasting your time studying to get a good grade for something that you don't even want to pursue. What the f-? Like, if I didn't want to pursue something, I would stop doing it. Like, these people, man, they confuse the shit out of me. Savage is gonna come out of me a little bit right now. But the part that also confused me was I would be talking to a group of people, and though there would be one person in the group that's really excited.
I forgot to say this in the last video. I didn't even register, but she was, again, reckless driver. Dakota, if you're watching, for the love of God, stop making your stupid little MLM videos while you're driving, because that's reckless and you can end up hurting yourself. You can destroy your life. You can destroy someone else's life. Just, it's not worth it, okay? Just stop making these silly videos while you drive. It's so irresponsible, and it really, really boils my blood.
You know, they're broke, they're in debt, they want to make more money. And when I would tell them about the event, they would look at their friends to see what they said, and their friends would say, no, that's not for me. And they would also say no. And could you imagine staying broke and not having more because your friends don't want more? Could you imagine living that life and missing out on more because your friends didn't want to do it? Like, you know that saying where it's like, if your friends would jump off a bridge, would you also do it? Half of these people, yeah, they would. Me? Fuck no. I lost a lot of friends starting this journey. Why? Because I know where I'm going and they don't want to come with. I'm okay with that. So be it. There's new people. There's more people to meet and more friends out there. You don't have to stay in your circle forever. I was confused today.
Okay, you know what? I'm confused as well, Dakota, because apparently you're going around colleges and universities and trying to recruit poor, broke-ass students. She is, is she in Canada or America? I'm not sure anymore. Rob, if you're watching, please let me know down below. But anyway, why are you going around universities trying to recruit students into your pyramid scheme? I mean, MLM. That is weird, okay? And if you are coming to a group of students with your pitch, these students probably think that you're weird. Because, like, why is this lady who's obviously not in university going around the university trying to recruit these people into a pyramid scheme, or what sounds like a pyramid scheme? Those students probably think that you are weird. And if they don't think that you're weird, they probably just think that it's a pyramid scheme, or it sounds like a certain scam to them. I really did not like her condescending tone towards these students. Like, oh, they looked at their friends and they said, no, I'm not interested. And then they said no. I would do it different. Some people are like that and some people are not. And I really don't like that we're shaming these types of people. Also, this is from the European perspective, because usually when we go to college, we don't accumulate a big debt. But I am happy. I went to college. I have a bachelor's in culture and tourism in Croatia, mind you. Obviously, I'm not doing that anymore. I am actually learning how to code at the moment. I'm transferring departments to IT, basically, more or less. Obviously, I'm not using my degree, but I went to college. I did not accumulate a debt because of it, and I had these, some great, some not so great experiences. I've learned a lot of life lessons in college as well, and I don't regret anything. I understand you regretting if you have a big debt because of this college and you don't even work using your bachelor's, or I get that. But from my European perspective, I guess, in a way privileged, because like I said, we don't accumulate a lot of debt in college, like comparing to the US. But I still think it's better for you to go to college and end up not doing that rather than joining an MLM and become a scammer, in my opinion, of course. I also met one of my all-time favorite best friends at college, so obviously I have no regrets that I went to college. Next one's another from her, and she says, when you take a chance on that online thing. So it shows her lavish lifestyle, right? She's traveling, whatever. But from what I've been told, the things that have been alleged to me, she is not successful in iGenius. Is she gonna make it? I am very doubtful. I think this one was sent to me by Charlene. And if you're watching, thank you so much for sending. This was funny because this lady is gonna say, I bet most of you cannot tell me the definition of a pyramid scheme. And then she's gonna proceed to give us the wrong definition of a pyramid scheme. So we found that very funny.
And if you're not doing a business like I do, why not? This is the business of the future. There's always going to be the naysayers, the ones that have no fucking idea about what this is or call it a pyramid scheme or have no clue what this is. If I asked you what a pyramid scheme was, I guarantee you couldn't tell me. It's a beautiful business model where you can be more successful than the person above you. And a typical job could...
Okay, so apparently this is a definition of a pyramid scheme is that it's a beautiful business model where you can earn more money than your boss. Let's take a few seconds to process what you just said. Lady, that is not a definition of a pyramid scheme. Oh my God. It's one Google search away.
Would you ever make more than the president of your company or the managerial position above you? I can. It's really just about getting educated on what this is. Now, when you choose the business, look at the industry. Does the industry grow in a down economy? That's where we're headed. People are looking for the solutions that we offer. People are looking to have better digestion, to feel better through the day, to have more energy. So what I love is I'm aligned with a company who prioritizes the quality of our ingredients and the sustainability. Most companies have so many hoops and loops that you have to jump through, quotas you have to meet. You got to enroll this many people who are going to build a business. No, we have no hoops and loops here. You get someone started or someone reorders, you literally get a paycheck in 72 hours. Share what we have and you get paid. Living a life of freedom because this compensation plan actually allows for the average ordinary person to be successful. And I've earned 8 all expense paid trips. There's so many perks to what we do. Choose the compensation plan wisely, choose the culture wisely, choose the company wisely.
Yeah, choose the company wisely. Don't go into an MLM because most of the people don't earn any money. Like they don't make any profit in MLMs. Whether it's singular, or a different MLM, if they have an income disclosure statement, you're gonna see that the numbers and percentages are pretty similar because the business model is set up in a way that most people don't make any money. So only the few 1 to 3% usually at the top are gonna earn money, including of course the CEO and the founder. You're not getting paid to share the MLM or the opportunity or even the product. That's not what you do. You get paid by selling the products or you get incentives from recruitment, from building and growing your team. So you are not getting paid to share. So much misinformation in that short little video. It's very ironic that this lady is talking about people needing to educate themselves because first of all, her definition of a pyramid scheme, that's not what a pyramid scheme is. Second of all, this is not what you get paid for in an MLM. So, I mean, lady, look into the business model you're in. Next one is our favorite iGenius WFAB, Sarah girl. And she's saying, realizing that making $10,000 per month isn't hard. You just need one side hustle that pays $333 per day. And I can show you multiple, but you keep scrolling. Alongside with Dakota, this is very, like, this gives me a very passive aggressive vibes and energy. And I feel like MLM Huns, after a while, after so many rejections, they just get very passive aggressive because they're so frustrated with people not wanting to join their scheme. Also, side hustle that pays $333 per day. I mean, yeah, that's very realistic, Sarah. I mean, I bet you earn that much money from iGenius every single day. Spoiler alert, she doesn't. Also, she says, I can show you multiple ways of earning this much money. What would those ways be? I would be very, very curious because all I see on her Instagram is her talking about mindset abundance and not even products or iGenius. She's talking about recruitment and how you can get rich from joining. She also likes to say one specific sentence, they leverage their experts. That's what she says. I feel like she doesn't even understand what that means. I don't want to be an asshole, but I feel like she just was told to say that. And she just keeps repeating that in all of her Instagram posts without actually explaining what that means. But anyway, next one's from Bosley again. Let's see what this one's about.
So network marketing 15 to 20 years ago was a pyramid. Let's be honest about it. It was these old white men and they would be in their suits. And
So, Phil recruited me to sell these cards, and now I am recruiting you.
Who is this guy again?
Don't worry about Phil. He drives a Corvette. He is doing just fine.
And it really was where there was not product being sold. There were not services being sold. It was these people recruiting people to recruit people to recruit people. And it just became, you would burn through all of your contacts. You would go to Christmas and you would get, people would stop inviting you to the holidays because you're the person who you're always trying to recruit somebody into something and you don't care about anything. I think that there was a very legitimate bad stigma.
Okay, Bosley, well, thank you for admitting that network marketing was a pyramid scheme. I would cross the was and put in is. Don't we love when they say the quiet parts out loud? She literally just admitted that it was a pyramid scheme and it was all about recruiting. Okay, she talks about ketones here and there. She packs her little ketones in her live streams. But how many calls did we see, whether it was on DC's channel or someone else's channel from the anti-MLM creators? I think even I covered some of her stuff, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. She annoys me. But how many times did we see her giving a business opportunity call to strangers in order to recruit them? How many times did we see her sending Courtney Shortney or her downline to mass recruit other people? How many pruvit reps do you see talking about ketones and products? Most of them talk about recruitment. How rich and successful you're gonna be if you join. They're talking about that because they want to recruit you. They're posting that on Instagram because they want to mass recruit whoever sees that reel or that post. It's still recruitment. Like, what are you talking about? She calls herself the #1 network marketer or the #1 recruiter or whatever. Why? Because you're still mass recruiting. You're literally mass. She's a walking contradiction, so I don't think I'm gonna say anything else on that one. Next one is from my bestie, and this is a way, like, sometimes people tell me they don't know how to say no to MLM Huns without hurting them. Like, they don't want to ignore them, they don't want to ghost them. So my friend Kat, she found a great way of how you can turn around the conversation and reject them in the nicest possible way. So the conversation went like this. Kat, what are you doing to support your mental health on your weight loss journey? Kat says, is there anything better than regular exercise, a healthy diet, and long walks? The rep says, I think that just depends on who you are and what best serves you. For me, exercise does a ton for me, but I still really struggle with my confidence and self-image, so I try to spend a lot of time working on my mindset. Kat says, I've never felt better. Well, I am so glad. Congrats. And if you ever need any recommendations for a personal development podcast or book, I'd love to share some. And then Kat says, I have a ton to share as well. Then the rep says, oh, give me some. I have been on a kick with Mel Robbins and need to switch up my go-to listen. When I saw that she said Mel Robbins, this is like textbook MLM hun. So then Kat just went on to say, mine are mostly on optimizing for health and balanced diet exercises. These are a few people. And she just said thank you. And from what I know, she never contacted Kat again after that. I love how she still tried to slide in the Mel Robbins. That turnaround was just chef's kiss. Anyway, this last one is a story time. It's actually experience from one of my Instagram friends who used to work at Avon. So I cannot read and I cannot see very well, so I'm gonna have to put my glasses on for this one. So I would say about 10 plus years ago, she used to work at Avon Corporate. So this is her experience. I worked at Avon Corporate many years ago, so some of this information could be out of date. To be honest, I initially didn't do much research on the company and didn't know a lot about it. I was going through a tough personal time and a recruiter reached out to me about the job. It paid well, had solid benefits, and had a fancy office in Lower Manhattan, so I took it. During orientation, I got indoctrinated with info on how Avon was a company for women that helped empower women to be financially independent. It was a badge of pride that Avon gave women a way to make money before they had the right to vote in the USA. They glossed over any mentions of lawsuits the company was ever involved with as false allegations. I was given some company swag and a couple Avon beauty products and sent on my way. Within my first few days at work, I realized I made a big mistake taking this job. Many of my new coworkers were explicitly honest about how frustrated and unhappy they were working there. The internal cattiness and toxicity was what I noticed first. There was a general sense of disorganization and panic because the company was not doing well financially. The other teams were hard to work with and would throw you under the bus at any time. The leadership team did recognize the changes needed to occur. The way the representative incentives were structured, it made the top 1% of A1 reps super wealthy while the rest did not have the same opportunity. The leadership team acknowledged that it was a flawed system but did not offer any steps to change it. Representatives could win cars, get a free cruise, attend a wild Avon conference if they hit certain thresholds of sales. This created the view that these top rep Avons were celebrities and they were important to keep happy, and knew and talked to the leadership team directly. Avon was falling behind beauty trends and not staying relevant. This was also a recognized problem. The representatives that were selling Avon were quite literally dying off because the population of Avon reps was aging. Corporate was doing everything they could to try to attract a younger generation of A1 reps and continue to suffer from dwindling sign-up numbers. Everything was branded to hide what it is. They called the business model direct selling, and they said they're part of the gig economy, like Uber. Wow. They were convinced this model of direct selling should be able to work even easier now that there was a shoppable website and the untapped potential of social media. Few of the Avon reps had a social media following or knew how to use it because they were all grandmas. Poor grandmas. There was an Avon store available in the office where you could buy Avon products at a discount. There were often sample sales internally where you could buy a whole gallon Ziploc Avon jewelry for $1 donation to the Avon Breast Cancer Crusade. All of it was the lowest quality custom jewelry, not even worth $1. There were lots of people rallying behind corporate responsibility and partnerships with charities, although it was unclear how they actually worked with any of those charities. Some of the long-term employees just shut their eyes to what the company was doing and pretended to work at any normal beauty company. They were getting paid a decent salary and didn't have to work too hard. That's all they cared about. One of my co-workers sat at her desk talking to her husband on the phone all day. I quickly realized that the company for women was actually a company that takes advantage of women. I couldn't keep working there. I took the first job I could find to get out after 3 to 4 months of employment. I was so happy to leave that toxic environment and move on to literally any other job. Love what you do, Ava. Keep up the good fight. And thank you so much again for sharing this with us. I'm gonna keep you anonymous because I don't remember. It was a while ago when she shared this with me, but yeah, I think she wanted to remain anonymous anyway. So nothing surprising, nothing that we haven't heard or seen before. It is true that they do take advantage of women. That would be my personal opinion on that as well. The business model, and it's not just women, anyone who joins a multi-level marketing company like Avon, the business is just set up that way so that most people are going to fail. Most people are not gonna make any profit. But we all know that, and it's been a while, and since I'm re-recording this video, this is where I'm gonna leave it. Please let me know down below what you thought about this. It was definitely nice to hear from someone who worked at the corporate side of the things. I mean, I guess at least in the corporate side you do get paid, unlike just the representatives who don't earn any money. But yeah, let me know down below your thoughts, and as always, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel in a nice free way, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.